Hi, Abby. Now I'm going to give you feedback on your lesson plan via through this video. Generally, good job. I like your lesson, and it sounds very interesting. Um, just several concerns. All right. So first of all, the highlight parts are those you have to make changes. Without changes, I'm not going to approve your lesson plan. And if you have hover your cursor over a highlight parts, it says suggestion. It means my suggestion, and you don't have to make changes. All right. So the difference between highlight without suggestion and with. All right. So this part, first part, engage, is very interesting. However, we need to consider that your students are first graders, and you only have 5 to 8 minutes. All right. You have prepared many activities in the face of engage. But for first graders, probably the first one to tell the differences and the similarities between a rock and a small plant would use up all 5 or 8 minutes. Probably don't have time to give them, pictures or sort of living or non-living things, right? Because for elementary kids, they need time to process information and make decision. However, the reason why I put it as suggestion because I want you to learn from your own experience, right? But please do not rush through the activities. Let them do the first one. You will see how much time they need to understand or to do a careful observation of the two items and give you some reasonable answer. Check how much time it takes, right? I would suggest you to put the picture sorting, to to the activity in Explore, because Explore, I think you have something. Um, Observe and compare different living and non-living things. So, you have yo-yo, plastic animals, and other items, right? Um, I mean, yeah, you have items, all right. So I would suggest you to try it, right? But do not rush through. My suggestion would be not rush through activities. If you run out of time, if you don't have time for this sorting, don't do it. Right? Jump directly into, explore. Give them items to have them figure out what's the difference between a living item, living and non-living items. All right. Again, it's my suggestion. All right, students are expected to find the differences between living and non-living things. All right, there is no suggestion, so meaning that this is something you have to change. Be specific, right? What do you want students to find out? What differences? Breathing, right? Or what? Or moving, something you want them to find out from the items you provide. So like yo-yo also moves. It's non-living, right? Do you want to? So what differences you want them to find out? Okay. All right. Another one. This one is AA. It's not. Why did you put the key under non-living? This is not about knowledge and comprehension. It's about using knowledge to explain, to analyze why a key is non-living. So this level 2, apply and analysis. Right? Explain. This part should have more information. What differences between living and non-living you try to teach students? Right? Summarize that over here because you need to show in the lesson plan. You need to show me how the items could help students, make discoveries about differences, and how you're gonna based on that discovery to summarize the differences between living and non-living. So be specific. Um, these are all okay. Good job. And the last one, originally I want to make it a mass change. After a second thought, I want to also learn from your own teaching. So that's why I put it as a suggestion. Here you use open-ended question, and you're gonna use this question with multiple students, and then you see because from pre and post, you're gonna in the post any reflection, you're going to analyze the effectiveness of your own teaching. So that's why we have pre and post. So say pre, they have students have the answer representing their understanding. Post, they also have some answer, right? And the pre-post difference suggests how effective your teaching is, what value you have added to student understanding, right? If you use multiple choice if you use open-ended questions, it's hard to think about how you're gonna summarize or infer the student understanding from their answer. First of all, it's harder to analyze answers. Secondly, what can you conclude based on different answers from students? Instead, if you use multiple choice questions, right, it's easier because let's say B is the right answer, right? A is a common misconception. Then, if most students select B, which means that they understand it, and if they say select A, which means that the students hold misconception. And also, it's with multiple choice, it's easy for you to calculate percentage. Let's say in the pre, 20% of the students select the right answer, B, and then 80% of students select A, the misconception. Whereas in the post, 50% of the students select B, the right answer, 50% of students select A, right? Then if you have that data, it shows, oh, your teaching is effective because you help students correct their misconception and develop correct knowledge, right? So again, you don't have to make any changes since it's my suggestion, but if you do like this, it will be harder for you to draw conclusion about student understanding in the post-reflection. So it's your decision. Lastly, what are pictures here? Right, I think these are from my exemplary lesson plan, and you will not use them based on your lesson plan. So please delete this part. All right, let me know if any questions. Good job.